Okay, family, friends, welcome back to the channel. I got something special for you today. I got Dan from Vagabond Awake and Qiang from Hobo Ventures. What a pleasure to have you guys here on the channel. Thank you both for coming. Thank you, Qiang.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. I've been such fans of both of you for such a long time. And I want to thank you. You guys have been very influential to me because we started really studying moving overseas in 2019.
Right.
And as we gathered information, a lot of it was coming from you guys and your travels, and I do appreciate that. So I want to ask you some questions probably that other people haven't asked so far, because I'm sure you've repeated your story so many times. But if I can just ask, so whereabouts are you from?
I've actually moved a lot, but Oregon, California, Virginia, Arizona, quite a bit. My youth was mainly in Central California in a farm town.
Okay.
But otherwise, a lot of movement.
Okay. And Qiang, you're from Malaysia?
Yeah, I'm from Malaysia.
Kuala Lumpur?
No, I'm from another state. It's called Kedah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's near to the Thailand. It's like 45 minutes. I can cross the border to Thailand.
Okay. And now, you guys are slow travelers. For those that don't know it, so every so often, like 3 months or even 1 month, you're moving on to the next.
Yeah.
I remember you said something that I thought was brilliant. You said, the time you fired your boss, or something to that end. And I thought that was such a great statement.
Yeah.
Was there a pivotal moment or something that happened in your life that propelled you to want to leave the States? Or was it a bunch of different small things?
Yeah, so I don't know. I think I remember I was 8 years old and I was in a tree house with one of my good friends. And we were talking about what we wanted to do with our life. And I remember saying, once I was old enough and had enough money, that I would travel the world. So it's kind of been a dream for me my whole life. I remember, and most recently, probably 18 years ago, I was working and decided I'd had enough and that I wanted to either get a job overseas or try to retire early and move overseas. And so it's been in the works for a long time.
Now, I'm going to brag about you now a little bit. Don't be shy, because you made it big. You got ebooks and your channel's huge. Did you think your channel would be this big? Did you ever dream that?
I had no idea of how it would either pay for living overseas or what would happen. None of that was really. So all of that came out of when I started posting videos of Qiang and I traveling the world. People started asking questions.
Okay.
And so I started putting together ebooks so people could learn what we learned living overseas. They wouldn't have to start from zero. And that was first, I had a free ebook that it must be 30 or 40 pages now that I still give out. But eventually I started making these ebooks and I offered a membership and people can learn how to retire overseas. I think there's almost 300 ebooks now.
Wow.
In 22 different countries, and there's a retire overseas course and a make money online course. A lot of content on there, but we've been doing this now for about 8 years.
Wow.
Traveling the world and sharing what we've learned. So it just eventually accumulates.
Now, Qiang, for yourself, how did you make this decision to travel the world? Was it because of Dan, or did you always want to? Did your modeling career, did that take you traveling?
No, actually, first is I love traveling.
Okay.
And when I met Dan, like, maybe I can try the digital nomad life. And then like, well, I just decided to go with Dan. Dan never asked me to go with him. I'm the one who asked him to bring me together.
Yeah. Well, she already had a life. She was successful.
Sure.
And and what I was doing wasn't really certain, and I didn't want to take her down with me.
I get you.
When it was her idea, I was like, giddy up, let's try to make it work.
That's good. I like that. Now, tell me, I'm just so curious because you have an American passport.
Yeah.
You have a Malaysian passport. When you're slow traveling, is that difficult to negotiate sometimes, where you might be able to stay longer in one place, she might be able to stay longer in one place? Is that hard?
I should let Qiang answer that.
Yeah, I'm great that I have a Malaysian passport because that's according in the ranking on the world. I think that's American passport is in the number 8 on the world ranking, and the Malaysian passport is number 12. And our difference of the country is about 5 country difference, that lesser than American. I mean USA.
Yeah.
So there's not much problem for us to travel.
Yeah. So that was just luck. Because I was in Malaysia, she was Malaysian.
Right.
That's when we met, and she has a really powerful passport. It's almost as good as American. So we've had very little trouble where we want to go somewhere that she needs to apply for a visa and I don't.
Wonderful, good.
So it's rare. I think it's only happened twice in 8 years.
Yeah, just recently is from the Serbia.
Yeah.
That I need to apply the visa to go to Serbia, and it take for like a month.
Yeah.
I like forget it. I don't want to go.
Yeah.
And another one is Albania. I need to apply the visa, but it's very easy. 3 days, 4 days, I can get the e-visa. So I said, okay, this one I can.
So I was there 3 days before her. So we'd already rented a place. But so only twice.
Yeah.
And there's actually places where she can go and I can't.
I was wondering that, you know. So sometimes it got to be a little bit of a.
But we're lucky in that it matches up pretty close.
Yeah.
Wonderful, good deal. Now here's a question that I'm not sure you ever get. Where do you guys see yourself 10 years from now? As you age, in other words, are you always going to slow travel, or do you see yourself being more of a home baser?
So that's something we talk about from time to time, and I think at least some portion of the year, I don't know if it's 3 months or 6 months, we'll want to continue to travel. We enjoy it, but we'll probably eventually get a base. And so, and we talk about where that might be from time to time.
Gotcha.
But nothing decided yet. We're enjoying what we do now.
Wonderful.
And we're teaching people about the world. We enjoy it, and so for now, we're just moving ahead.
Gotcha. Now, since you got so much experience, let's say, I'm the new guy. Give me some advice. The number one thing not to do.
The number one thing not to do. I think the most significant thing you can do as someone who's either slow traveling the world or moving to one place, it's very fundamental that you understand that when you show up somewhere, you're not a teacher, you're a student.
Correct.
It's a local culture that you're exploring. You're not there to tell them how to live.
Exactly.
You're not there to tell them that your country is better, and you're not there to tell them, how to wire a house or plumb or put a roof on, or drive a car, or any of that stuff. That country has been there for thousands of years. They are doing things a certain way, and they work. And maybe you did stuff different, but it's better to listen more when you travel than it is to speak, and to learn more than it is to try to teach. I think that's the most fundamental thing. And also, what it does is if you have a natural curiosity about the world, it's more fun. If you're kind of stuck in your old ways and you want everything to work how it worked in your home country, that can get tiring. Even hearing yourself say that over again, or hearing other people tell you, from your country how your country's better, like if you're hanging out with friends or whatever, it gets old. And the world's a beautiful place, and it's better to go with an open mind as a student than a teacher. So.
Gotcha. Have you struggled with anything after leaving the United States, or something is difficult for you, or have you been able to roll with things much better? Anything surprising you, like gosh, this one aspect is a little tougher than I thought it was going to be?
So whenever we go to a new place, we don't know what the local food is yet, or what local food we'll like. We don't know, and this is all part of the learning process. And it's not only a struggle, but it is also a joy.
Sure.
Because if you are a student and you go to a new country and you begin to read about the food, you don't know which ones you'll like yet, and you don't know where to go to get it. All of this stuff is learning, and it's what makes it interesting. And the customs, how people think and how they act, all of it. If you're paying attention, what might be a struggle can be interesting, because then you start to notice things about countries that, this country has that thing that they had at that other country, and this food, and you start to notice things that are the same and different. And so I don't know if struggle is the word, but it's
challenging.
A little bit challenging, and also there's some chaos when you first arrive
Sure.
in a country. Where do you shop? Where do you get your clothes clean? Is there a washer and dryer in their room? Is there coffee? Is it strong or weak? And
Right? No, I feel it. I feel it.
all of it. Yeah. So
Have you tried Rocky yet?
Rocky?
Rakia.
No, is that
Oh.
is that a strong coffee drink?
No, it's not a coffee at all.
The alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh, Bosnia.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you had it in Bosnia?
We have in Bosnia.
Okay, it is throughout the Balkans. Okay.
When we were in Mostar in Bosnia, there was our waiter turned out to be to grow and manufacture wine or distill wine. I don't know, whatever you do with wine. He makes wine.
Yeah.
And it was delicious wine. In fact, he'd won 5 awards in the region for his white wine. We're not normally white wine drinkers, but this is really delicious wine. And then we really loved his wine, and so he said, "Oh, you have to try this." And he gave me one and Qiang another. Mine was stronger. He's like, "Men drink this one, women drink that one." And so we tasted those. But yeah, I guess.
They'll have that in the morning for breakfast. I swear to you. Yeah, with their coffee and with their eggs, and they say it's good for the blood. And I think that's malarkey. I think it is. And they go, "You should have it in the morning." I go, "No, my day be ruined." I can't do it. I can't do it. But besides manufacturing the wine, they have stills.
Stills,
yeah.
That's the word. Oh, distilleries, how you take a wine to a...
And you can have it in your backyard.
Oh, yeah.
And you could sell it, which I find...
In Georgia, like, everyone makes wine. I don't know if you've been to Georgia.
No, I haven't.
Like, every third family makes their own wine.
Wow.
So that's the joy of traveling around the world.
Exactly.
All these little things you discover. So.
As we age, myself, yourself, like I've actually started looking into, is there assisted living or how does that work?
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about things like that? Like as you age, is there a chance you might come back to the United States? Have you closed the door on that? Or?
Well, I don't close doors
because
the minute you close a door, someone will force you through it.
Yeah.
So I like to keep doors open. But yeah, we interviewed a lady in the Philippines who has an adult care facility for, I think it's $1,038 a month starting.
Wow.
And that includes food.
Okay, wonderful, good. That's helpful.
And so, but I don't know, I guess my father used to say, "I'll be the first one who doesn't die."
Okay.
I'm like, "What are you, Jesus?" He died. He died. So I don't know. I guess I'm in denial about my health, but I realize I will die one day. But I haven't spent a lot of time worrying about it. I don't know. I guess it's not one of my big fears about dying.
Gotcha. So if I've touched on it a little bit with you. Let's say, like I said, tell me about your site. How do I navigate it in order to get information? Like, let's say I wanted information on Panama.
Right.
And I've never seen anyone break down cost of living as well as you do. Now, I really mean that. I mean, you break it down very specifically in specific cities.
Yeah. Right.
So for me being, just wanting to get knowledge, how do I negotiate in your site?
So my site is called Vagabond Awake. If you go to Vagabond Awake on YouTube, there's a thing called playlist, and you'll notice the tabs along the top. If you click playlist and then you scroll down, you'll see that I have a playlist for every country. There's over 1,000 videos there now, probably.
That's incredible.
And maybe 60 of them or 70 are in Panama.
Okay.
And so each country has their own videos. And if you scroll through those videos, watch a few, and if you like the information I'm providing, then you can decide to become a member of the site, or you can just watch the videos. They're free. And there's ebooks that you can either join for $19 a month, or you can, a lifetime membership's $199. And you have access to all of the ebooks for life and all of the courses and everything. And that's all the data we've gathered. Now I've been to 72 countries.
Wow, 72. I remember you said 67 in one of your videos.
Yeah.
You're up to 72
in
now.
fact, this is our 72nd country.
Wow.
My first time here in Albania. I'd never been to Albania before and loving it. So.
Oh, good. I'm
Yeah,
glad.
so I would say start at YouTube, Vagabond Awake, pick countries, watch videos, and if you like my style, and you think, hey, this guy's a good resource, and then look at maybe a membership. And that's at vagabondbuddha.com.
Okay.
Just click around there, and
Gotcha.
there's a spot at the top that says memberships. If you click that, there's a video about what the membership includes and all that sort of thing. So.
Wonderful.
Yeah.
And Hobo Ventures, which I've gone through a lot, and that's yours, and I really like it. So I think it's fantastic. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. You guys are big time.
Yeah.
So I very much appreciate it. I appreciate you guys coming out. You guys aren't going to know, but we're going to take these two out to dinner, and then hopefully some drinks. I'm not sure where your Airbnb is, though. I don't know if you're near the mall.
We're central, so anywhere you want to go is fine. We're not far from here at all.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much, man, for the interview. I appreciate both of you.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Take care, you guys. Love you. All right, bye-bye.
Take care.